This is the complete history of the modern kitchen and kitchen design, from ancient fire pits to artificial intelligence, and how a room once hidden in the darkest corner of the house became the heart of every home. The word kitchen comes from the Latin cocere, meaning to cook. For most of human history, that's all a kitchen was: a place to cook, a pit, a fire, some smoke. The earliest evidence of humans cooking food dates back roughly 300,000 years, and for the vast majority of that time, nothing much changed. But then it did, and fast. By the 5th century BCE, wealthy Greeks were building dedicated kitchen structures separate from the main house. They had clay ovens remarkably similar to modern pizza ovens, storage rooms for utensils, and preservation techniques like smoking and salting. The Romans followed suit, keeping kitchens isolated from living spaces because nobody wanted smoke and grease near their beautiful homes. For centuries after, kitchens remained dark, poorly ventilated rooms where servants worked in miserable conditions. Then came the 1700s and everything started shifting. In 1735, François Cuvillés created the Castrol Stove, widely considered the first true oven. 60 years later, Count Rumford designed a cast iron stove with individual temperature control for multiple pots. The modern kitchen was stirring to life. The 1800s brought an explosion of innovation. Gas stoves, patented by James Sharp in 1826. The first kitchen sinks appeared. Joel Houghton invented the first dishwasher in 1850, a wooden contraption that barely worked. By the 1890s, the Hoosier cabinet revolutionized unfitted kitchen storage, bringing organized efficiency to American homes decades before built-in designs. And in 1869, Catherine Beecher and Harriet Beecher Stowe published The American Woman's Home, comparing the ideal kitchen to a ship's galley, compact, efficient, every tool within reach. It was revolutionary thinking that would reshape how we approached kitchen design. Then came electricity, and that changed everything. In 1893, electric stoves debuted at the Chicago World's Fair. That same year, Josephine Cochran showcased her automatic dishwasher, and her company would eventually become KitchenAid. By 1914, the first domestic refrigerator was designed. The stand mixer arrived in 1919, the blender in 1922. In 1927, InSinkErator introduced the garbage disposal, transforming kitchen cleanup forever. But the true watershed moment came in 1926 in Frankfurt, Germany. Architect Margaret Schutte-Lihotzky, Austria's first female architect, designed the Frankfurt kitchen in just 70 square feet. Inspired by Christine Frederick's New Housekeeping Efficiency Principles from 1912, she studied women's movements like choreography, eliminating every unnecessary step. The doors were painted blue because researchers found flies avoided the color and oak containers repelled mealworms. 10,000 units were built across Germany. On her 100th birthday, she admitted she would never actually cook before designing it. She designed it as an architect, not a housewife, and that clinical approach revolutionized efficiency. The 1930s brought Frank Lloyd Wright's open-plan revolution, tearing down walls between kitchens and living spaces. Simultaneously, engineers at AEG were perfecting induction cooking technology, though it wouldn't reach consumers for decades. The 1939 World's Fair unveiled an all-electric dream kitchen that promised a future of push-button cooking. By the 1940s, kitchen designers had codified the kitchen work triangle, the optimal distance between sink, stove, and refrigerator that still guides modern kitchen layouts today. By 1947, the first built-in oven and the first commercial microwave arrived, though that microwave stood nearly 6 feet tall, weighed 750 pounds, and cost the equivalent of $43,000 today. Percy Spencer, the self-taught physicist who invented it, never earned more than a $2 bonus from Raytheon for his world-changing patent. The affordable countertop microwave finally came in 1967, and by 1975, microwaves were outselling gas ranges. Commercial induction cooktops finally reached restaurants in the 1970s, offering precise temperature control that would eventually revolutionize home cooking. By 1997, 90% of American households owned a microwave, making it one of the most successful kitchen innovations in history. Julia Child's television debut in 1963 transformed the kitchen island from workspace to stage, and suddenly cooking became entertainment. By the 1980s, the open kitchen was here to stay, with families gathering around islands that served as homework stations, breakfast bars, and social hubs. IKEA began democratizing fitted kitchen design in the 70s, making European-style cabinetry accessible to average homeowners worldwide. Now, in 2025, we stand at another frontier. The smart kitchen appliance market is projected to reach $81 billion by 2034. Samsung's AI refrigerators recognize exactly 30 types of groceries and suggest recipes based on what's inside. Ovens preheat based on your calendar appointments, and energy-efficient appliances consume 37% less energy than traditional models. And yet, in September 2024, a restored Frankfurt kitchen opened to the public in Vienna. Nearly a century after Schutte-Lihotzky drew those original plans, people still line up to see where it all began, marveling at how much genius could fit into 70 square feet. 300,000 years of fire pits, clay ovens, cast iron stoves, electric ranges, and artificial intelligence. The kitchen has always been where survival happens, but somewhere along the way, it became where living happens too.